Ever been in the right place at the right time? Well, wildlife photographer Charvet Drucker certainly was. She was out on a small boat in the Salish Sea, not far from Seattle, hoping to see some killer whales, and boy, did she get a show. She spotted a pod of at least 8 orcas, and it was clear they were on the hunt. Their movements were coordinated. They were slapping their tails. It was a classic hunting display. Using her camera's zoom lens, she pinpointed their target, a small harbor seal, desperately trying to escape. She even captured a mind-blowing shot of the seal being flung into the air by the powerful orcas. At that moment, she thought she was witnessing the seal's final moments. It seemed like a done deal, nature taking its course. But then, the chase got personal. As the pod closed in, the seal made a last-ditch effort for survival. And its destination? Charvet's boat. Following wildlife regulations, they had already cut the engine to protect the whales. Suddenly, this little seal scrambled right out of the water and onto the swimming platform at the back of their boat, claiming it as a makeshift life raft. Can you imagine the scene? A terrified seal, just feet away, looking up at you for help. Charvet started filming with her phone. You can hear her saying, "You poor thing, you're good, just stay, buddy." Of course, regulations meant they couldn't touch or help the seal directly, but they could offer some moral support. The orcas, however, weren't ready to give up their meal so easily. What they did next was astonishing. The pod of killer whales started working together to try and dislodge the seal. They lined up and began diving in a coordinated sequence, creating waves to rock the boat. This incredible technique is known as wave washing, a strategy scientists have observed for decades. They were trying to literally wash the seal back into the water. It was a battle of wits and sheer power. The boat was rocking, the waves were crashing, and the seal actually slid off the platform at least once. But it was a fighter. It managed to scramble back on board, refusing to surrender. This intense standoff continued for about 15 minutes. The orcas circled, created more waves, and waited, but the seal held on for dear life. Finally, the pod seemed to realize their efforts were futile and they swam away, leaving the exhausted but very much alive seal on the back of the boat. Charvet later said something really interesting. She mentioned she's photographed orcas with dead seals before and is usually Team Orca, happy to see them get a meal. But in that moment, with the seal seeking refuge on her boat, her allegiance shifted. She became Team Seal. It's a fascinating perspective on the raw, unfiltered drama of the natural world. The orcas in this area are known as Bigg's killer whales or transients. They have a varied diet, hunting seals and other marine animals, and are generally doing better than their cousins, the resident orcas, who are endangered because they primarily eat salmon, a dwindling food source. This encounter wasn't just a lucky shot for a photographer, it was a rare, up-close look at the intelligence of orcas and the powerful survival instinct of their prey. It's a powerful reminder of the incredible stories unfolding in our oceans every single day. What an unforgettable experience. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as incredible as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing wildlife encounters. See you in the next one.